I'm Ebony McMorris with Radio 1, and we are so excited to be teaming up with McDonald's to salute our local historically Black colleges and universities. And today with us we have Dr. Wayne Frederick, who is the president of Howard University. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
So I've been excited about this interview because Howard University is considered the Black Ivy League of HBCUs. And I would even take it out that category, and just like one of my favorite universities. And you guys have given so much and done so much for society. And I want to talk to you about those experiences and where you see Howard and other HBCUs in years ahead. Let's talk about the rich legacy.
Well, we've had a long history from our inception of being in the STEM disciplines. We've had a hospital on this campus that predated the beginning of the university, as an example, by about 5 years. And when you look even at the first College of Medicine faculty, it included 2 African American faculty members. So long before it was on the books, on the law books in our country, to have integrated faculty, to have women in higher ed, Howard University was doing that from its inception. And that diversity of thought, that diversity of background is one of the things that I think promotes excellence in any discipline, and that includes STEM. And so we've had a long history of doing that, and we've continued to do that. The #1 major in our undergrad campus is still biology. We have over 800 and so many biology majors on this campus, as an example. We also are the leading institution in terms of sending students from undergrad to STEM PhDs in this country. We're the leading institution in sending African Americans to medical school. We produce about 50% of the Black dentists in this country, along with Meharry's dental school as well. So in every way, shape or form, we have really tried to participate in the STEM discipline. And I know there's a lot of focus on that when you look at the job market and where jobs are going to be in the future.
When you took the position in 2014, what was the goal? What was the mission that you had in mind that you wanted to either change or do or add to Howard?
Well, Howard has a rich legacy. And one of the things I first thought about as president from a triple alum is to honor...
Yes, because you are a triple alum.
That's exactly right. Is to honor the great education that I received in all 3 of those fields. And the best way to do that is to ensure that the people who come behind me have an excellent experience, excellent education. And so what I'm trying to do is to ensure that the institution has another 150 years that positions it at the mainstream, at the forefront of the mainstream of higher education.
What is a world like? What is this world like without HBCUs?
Yeah, well, if you spoke to one of my faculty members, then they give you the right response, because I often tell them the question is not whether HBCUs are relevant or what the world would be like without them, but how successful can we make our HBCUs? And I think that we have the role that we've played already is clear. The data suggests that in terms of the impact we've had on the diversity of the workforce. There's no doubt about that. More importantly, as we go forward, we have to recognize that excellence is what's going to separate us. So at Howard University, we have a great motto, truth in service. And simply the theme of what we're trying to do under my administration is excellence in truth in service. We're just trying to underscore the fact that you can come here and get the knowledge, understand what the truth is, question that truth in today's world, and turn that over into service, into how you go out and change the wider community around you in an excellent fashion. And we think that's important. So you don't come to Howard or another HBCU, in my opinion, to get a degree. You come to get an education. And that education comes alive and it's effective if you go out and change the world around you.
The Howard experience.
Excellence. We intend to always make sure that what we do, we drip it, we soak it, we immerse it in excellence. And I think that that's extremely important. Truth, because on a university campus, you have to question every single thing that happens. We want dissent in this course, and we want young people who come here, like myself, to ask, is this truth still the truth? Is there a new vision to it? Should we be researching whether this truth is still the right truth? Is it important in terms of the laws or the books in this country? Are they still the right truths in the Constitution, etc.? And then service. You don't come to get a degree. You have to make sure that you get an education, and that happens in the classroom and outside of the classroom. Are you part of the world around you? And not just as a passerby, but are you part of the world around you in the leadership? Are you willing to go and drive the bus and not just take a seat on it?
Dr. Frederick, thank you so much for doing this interview. That concludes our HBCU Roundup with Howard University President, Dr. Wayne Frederick.